Biden and his team's staggering ineptitude has Afghan war veterans sounding the alarm. That includes my next guest, who wrote recently in the New York Times, when the president spoke on Thursday night after the attack on the Abbey Gate, he nodded at sacrifice. That's fine. But what matters is to truly understand the value of service. If you do, you don't send troops to die on a poorly planned and poorly executed mission. Failing to understand the value of service results in incompetence. Joining me now is retired Marine Elliot Ackerman. He served 5 tours in Iraq and in Afghanistan, has received both the Bronze and Silver Stars. Elliot, your reaction to just what we heard today from General McKenzie, understanding what happened last Thursday to 13 of our bravest young men and women. Your reaction?
Well, I think individuals who wear the uniform, as well as us as citizens, have the right to expect a certain amount of competence in the execution of these decisions. And what we've seen the last 2 weeks has been nothing less than incompetence. I mean, people have trotted out for a long time, is this going to be Saigon? Is it not going to be Saigon? This is way worse than Saigon. I mean, but you just look at a map. I mean, at least Vietnam had hundreds of miles of coastline. Afghanistan is a landlocked country. So why would you begin shutting down all of the airports like Bagram, Kandahar, Herat, and leave us with only a single point of egress in Kabul? So this has been mismanaged from the very beginning. And frankly, as Senator Khan mentioned, it's fallen to veterans, journalists, activists to try to get Afghans out in an extremely ad hoc manner. And with regards to the Taliban, I mean, if they're so organized and pragmatic, we just saw the Taliban flying a Black Hawk helicopter above Kandahar with a dead body hanging from its bottom. Are those our pragmatic partners? I think this whole thing is absurd. And frankly, it's the most shameful thing I've seen in my adult life.
Were you at the airport yourself as you were helping some of these evacuations that were underway?
No, I've been doing this basically on the side, along with dozens of others of folks who have deep connections to Afghanistan. Coordinating on Signal, online with. If you look at my inbox, I have notes from hundreds of Afghans, many people I don't even know, just begging for help. This is like watching thousands of people thrown into a black hole all at once.
I had a former Marine in combat ops soldier, excuse me, I'm botching it, but a former Marine was over there, Elliot, and he was working morning, noon, and night. And he's an old friend of mine, so he's calling me going, it's so much worse what's happening on the ground. He was at the airport for only 24 hours, but he's back in another country helping. He said, it's so much worse than it's being shown on television. He said he didn't have words for it. He said something bad is going to happen. And of course, 2 days later, that's what happened to our troops. Elliot, final thoughts. What next?
I think what next is that, America is less safe based off of particularly the execution of this evacuation. I think our credibility with our allies and partners outside of Afghanistan needs to be rebuilt. And I think this country needs to do some real reckoning of how we got into this position where we are negotiating from a position of weakness with the Taliban. I mean, these people are thugs and barbarians, and we need to remember who we are. I mean, we're the United States of America.
Do you agree, Elliot, that there needs to be a reckoning and reform that follows? Maybe we need more civilian leadership at the top of the Pentagon. Maybe we need a new approach, because obviously 20 years of war fighting with the greatest army and greatest troops around and all this technology, and we weren't able to win.
Well, I think ultimately we need to ask ourselves, what is winning? I mean, the United States has a very specific role in the world. And if we walk away from Afghanistan, we saw this story before, in 2011, all the troops came home from Iraq and they wound up right back there in 2014 because we had a foolish policy. We need to grow up. There are people in this world who want to do us harm, and we need to accept that. And so ultimately, the NYPD doesn't talk about winning the war against crime. It takes continued vigilance. And I'm sorry, it requires the same thing internationally.
Yeah, and we need to bring the people along with us. So politically, we have to make sure the people of the country are with us in every single conflict. Elliot, your piece in the New York Times was stunning, and congrats on all your success and what you're doing in writing and everything else. Thank you for joining us.